as shielding level 1. He's been using the flagellation, which basically whip, to harass Gauntlet back, and it's also great for getting the last hits in there. But Gauntlet's going to have a horrible time in that bottom lane until someone moves. Forsaken Archer, look for the timing for when they actually disappear from the middle lane. These guys have got to stay on top of the communication. We've seen it so much during this competition. Communication breaks down. They don't know someone's moving out of the lane. They get themselves caught out, and all hell hits the fan. And this is going to be a big, big one for when that bottom gank actually happens. And it's got to happen about level 6.
No, when I was talking about, again, early on, it's the big reason what makes Gladiator such a powerful trial lane is that it's so difficult to gank him, again, because he can get very tanky early on. He has that flagellation as well. Great farming tool, even at level 1. It allows him to farm very, very effectively, get every single last hit, and he just becomes so powerful. And lack of ganks, honestly, is what seems to be a big case as well. A lot of teams, that they kind of, instead of actually putting ganks on him, they kind of figure, he's not going to outcarry RK. We're just going to have a farming game, and they think that they can win that way. But a lot of the time, that isn't the case. We see so many times Gladiator trial lane be able to pull through, and he just really takes over the game. So right now, he's getting a very good farm across. Andromeda actually coming in right here. As there we go, actually stunning in onto Wedge there. There goes Gauntlet with the follow-up. Pitfall coming out. It's going to hit them, actually. Both of them. There goes the Graveyard starting to follow it up. Somebody maybe down here. There's the power glove. Oh, he hits Gauntlet, unfortunately. Trying to finish off Wedge there. There's the Graveyard. He gets that kill. Bloodlust kill right there for the Hellborn team. So that was a Bloodlust kill. I apologize. Andromeda now stunning Sebusko, but Sebusko's going to follow it up. Here comes Voodoo Jester as well. A couple more auto attacks maybe. There's a place down. Hit. Great job right there. There's a kill on Andromeda. And just like that, it's a 2-1 heal code advantage now for the Legion team. And yet again, another pause here voted. So they've already used 3 pauses in the first 4 minutes, unfortunately. So hopefully that is their last pause. So let's hope that there's no technical issues.
There's only so many times hockeys can do that kind of stuff. Of course, you do actually have that we pause 3 times when you wait 3 hours. Absolutely fantastic. But it is one of those things. Bottom lane, just got ganked. Andromeda waiting for the right time. Did pick up that invis for the I think it was actually the 2-minute invis that was actually picked up for that one, and tried to get the gank. Way for the opportunity. Like, it was such a tight line that was being held there by Gladiator and Witchslayer, and they just couldn't find that opening. Came through, and very, very smart there from Dodo. Voodoo Jester TPing in there, make the most of it, got the revenge kills back off it, and made up for the blood loss. Still, blood loss does give you the extra 200 gold at the start.
Yeah.
It still gives us a little bit of an extra advantage there. We do see a resume, so we're going to get ourselves straight back into it too. But we've got to watch very, very carefully for this bottom lane for something like that. But Gladiator survives through it. That's the big thing. Got the kills himself as well. Yeah. And that is the massive, massive thing. Gladiator getting farmed. That's exactly.
Meanwhile, at the top lane, Pharaoh in a lot of trouble, dropping low. The good trap right there between Slither and Pestilence. Get the kill on Pharaoh. And Beakit, of course, struggling. And once again, going down right there. So excellent kill for the Hellborn team. Tagosu picking up the kill, of course, on Pestilence. So very good job right there. And speaking of Tagosu, he still has that token alive now. About 5 minutes or so remaining on it. And again, at the same time, he's also getting a very good farm. In fact, you already see him level 6. He's doing a fantastic job. That is, of course, the highest level in the game at this point. And a quick portal key, talked about that in the pregame. Very popular item. He's going to have a very fast portal key at this point.
Defiler caught out in the middle at the moment. Andromeda stun comes through after crippling volley. Brings him down with a Aurora support. Comes from Andromeda. So 3 heroes to do it. But down goes the mid carry. And for the first time, Ice, we actually see Ice hit the lead here with a kill count 3-2.
Yeah, Chu, of course, playing that Defiler team, doing a good job in solo mid. But unfortunately, Voodoo Jester was not there for that time being at the bottom lane. Was coming over, as you see right there, but could not get there in time. And just a good setup right there between Forsaken Archer and Andromeda. Andromeda playing roaming style. It seems like I believe he's actually been on every single lane so far. So definitely moving around. Gauntlet trying to initiate on Gladiator, looks like, but more so just actually falling back right now. It's actually a 1-versus-1 down here between the two. So Gauntlet has recovered a little bit. Of course, getting that kill down here has helped his levels immensely. His gold farm, still struggling a little bit perhaps, but it is recovering, and he is making the best of the situation. You're already seeing with the early ring of the Teacher for early damage and a little bit of the armor as well, and then of course those boots of speed. So looking good right there. Defiler, of course, back in the middle lane now, level 5, still waiting for it to get level 6. So again, obviously a hero that relies on getting that ultimate early on. So they're coming in from behind on Pharaoh. Your poison spray goes out, hitting him, slowing him down. Will the mother walk out? There it is. Slither might actually need to be careful here, but Pharaoh's actually just going to try to run away. He wants to run. Start coming in from Whitestar, trying to turn this one around. One more auto attack. No, it's not going to be enough. Good shot there from Pestilence. Out comes the auto attack, gets a toxicity debuff, and down goes Pharaoh right there. Now Whitestar on the run. What a recovery right there. However, Voodoo Jester comes into the fight now. Voodoo Jester with the offensive mojo. There goes the Graveyard Sun. Slither trying to get away. He's going to go down, trying to go to auto attacks. Gets the auto attack, but goes down. Whitestar now being chased. There's a kill for Pestilence, but now Pestilence taking a lot of terror damage. Common stand up from Andromeda, and Voodoo Jester will go down. Great turn on there in the end by Tagosu. and the Hellborn team, and just like that to go to with a double tap, 3 kills total. His farm just shot through the roof after that.
Absolutely amazing, and he still has the token. He's not, he didn't even need it then. He had the confidence to dive past the tower. The 3 came through. Great support coming in from Andromeda. Just at the last point, if that stun didn't come through, they wouldn't have actually claimed those last 2 as well. Great timing, great support, great communication coming out from the ICE side at the moment. This is what we expected from them, and this is the biggest lead we've got so far. 3 kills in front now, but as we've seen so many times during these games of Hon through the DYA, 3 kills is nothing. Absolutely nothing. It is not even a difference.
It really isn't. And again, you're going up against this Gladiator tri lane. Kind of similar to the stand rate that we were talking about in the earlier matches. There's a hero on the other team where no matter how much of a lead you have, you always got to be concerned. And we actually see him finishing Helm of the Black Legion at 7 minutes in. So yeah, he has obviously had a very good farm. And I say this all the time. Sebuska, in my opinion, one of the best Ricers in the game to date. Very, very good player for farming, and he is, of course, showing that right here once again, doing a good job at this bottom lane. But Gauntlet, again, he has recovered fairly nicely. I mean, he's been in a very difficult task, but for a lot of time lately, there's been some Roman going out from the Legion team, so it has freed up some time for Gauntlet, and he's now level 6, so he's actually starting to recover on those levels. Very good news for the Hellborn team. They want to be able to use his burst damage, so now coming up to the 8-minute mark, as you mentioned, a 6-3 hero kill advantage in favor of ICE. Defiler hitting level 6 finally. Of course, has her ultimate now, just sitting on boots pretty much, so boots in a bottle. And, we'll see if she actually looks for tower pushes soon. You usually see a Defiler, especially, 6, 7, 8 around that area, start to really go aggressive here at the bottom lane. Ultimate used on a Voodoo Jester from Gauntlet. There's a grapple. Pitfall comes out, but we see that Power Glove ability. So freaking powerful. Half-life to nothing on a Voodoo Jester. Slither also there, putting in some auto attacks, but now just trying to run away, actually. Needs to be careful, maybe. Gladiator is still chasing. Here comes Defiler off on the side as well. Double damage activated. Perfect Pitfall from Gladiator, stunning him. The wave of death to follow. And there goes our kill on Slither. Great pickup right there from Sebuska and Defiler, as Sebuska got credit for the kill. And now that's exactly what I was talking about. Perhaps the bottom tower push right here with that Defiler ultimate coming up.
It is quite possible. Defiler had to pop the DD room, which she actually picked up before, so she actually had the bottle charges for it. Now finally has enough mana to actually pop the ulti. She didn't actually have enough before, but while this has happened, they've left Pestilence unchecked up here on the top. Like, Pharaoh's doing whatever he can, but with that Pestilence ulti on there, and the initiation he actually get there, the second the fly comes on, he knows he's in trouble. Look at this Pestilence. It's coming straight up there. Tower, who cares? There's a couple of creep waves. We'll just keep that pressure on. He'll continue to harass that top lane. Pharaoh pops off, but there's not a lot that's actually really going to stop him. Interesting to actually see, though, Steam Boots is the only thing actually completed here on Pestilence, bar the Iron Buckler as well. But you'd think he'd have a little bit more gold than this coming off, especially from a couple of kills he had up there on the top lane. What's he saving for is the big question.
Honestly, Portal Key is pretty much the obvious one there. As we're talking about, Portal Key, the 2150 gold you need for that. So more than likely he is saving out for that, of course. There's only 30 seconds remaining on the token of life. Now I was wondering if he's going to try to play very aggressive as a result of it, and maybe try to, make it worth it in that sense of, at least use it and make a very aggressive play to the point where you usually wouldn't, of course, without the token of life. So we'll see if he tries to take advantage of that. But for the time being, of course, still farming it on, and we're, of course, still in the farming phase. Sebuska right now at the bottom lane, as we talked about, already finishing the Helm of the Black Legion, also picking up boots. Now you'd expect maybe Steam Boots next, or Ghost Marches, either one. And then, of course, into the typical Assassin Shroud and Rift Shards. It's a very standard build for someone like a Gladiator. You can pretty much predict every single time what to see, and we'll see if Sebuska once again goes that obvious build. Defiler's still yet to push a tower with their ultimate, so a little bit interesting there, especially with a team like this as well. You want to be able to play aggressive. We saw that earlier, in fact, with the Defiler play on XTU, where you just keep the pressure up, play very aggressive. Are you kidding me? Conquer goes down again, only 10.5 minutes in. That's what the Swarm debuff will do for you from Pestilence. Early Conquer kills are very, very valuable, and they already have 2 Conquer kills in about 10 minutes into the game. That is ridiculous.
It's an extra 400 gold for every single player on the
ICE
field.
is in a very good spot right now.
And 2 tokens. We haven't even had to use the first one, but that token is now redone. Of course, it disappears after Kongor actually respawns back up again, but they've picked it up again, and in another 10 minutes' time, Kongor's going to come back up at 20 minutes' time. They're engaging in the middle. Slither's actually getting caught out at the moment. Big oldie from Forsaken Archer, but Wall of Mummies pushes him up towards the side. Slither's caught inside that at the moment, and Andromeda trying to fall back also goes down, and big engagement coming in from behind. Defiler still going up there. Pitfall tries to go out as well, doing whatever she can from the end. 2 down from the other side. Pestilence wants to stick in towards the middle here. Token is still not popped off from him. They're all falling back. Forsaken Archer going down on the fallback. Defiler getting everything they can. Pestilence running back as far as they can. Defiler was stuck right in the middle of that one. Gladiator doing whatever they can, but it was Pestilence and Gauntlet which actually managed to escape from that one. But what an engagement.
I'm sorry, but that is so overpowered. We saw right there Defiler. She activated the Invis. She popped her ultimate, activated the Invis rune. You cannot see her when she's invisible, yet the ghosts are still flying around doing all the damage. That's a pretty ridiculous ability, obviously, but it is possible, as we saw right there. So no doubt that definitely helped him big time, as he was able to just walk around freely, just doing constant AoE damage. So that was really the tide turner, in my opinion, in that team fight. And but well played by EG, and you know, you use what you can. So just a smart tactic right there, taking advantage of that rune. As both teams kind of heading back towards the middle lane once again right now. But overall, the team fight, you know, it did go slightly in favor of EG. But in the end, Token of Life still on Pestilence. He did not die through all that, so he is still doing fine. And you know, that's good news for them, of course. So right now, teams just going back and forth to farming. We're now 12 minutes in the game and 9-7 hero kill advantage in favor of Ice. Again, if you happen to be just tuning in, this is a DYA finals live here from Singapore. I'm Breaking CPK. Joining me is Toby Kenobi on behalf of Honcast here, and this is $14,000 on the line. $10,000 for first place, $4,000 for second place, and it's a best out of 3. This is only game 1.
It's a mid-push time. It's also a big mid-push time. All 5 heroes here from Ice. They want this tower. How do they go? Pitfall goes off. They see the animation. They don't get it quite right. Chariot misses absolutely everything over the top here. No ulti. Pestilence Sun goes straight on through. Gladiator's in a bit of trouble. We do have Jetster coming up from the side as well. Everything's going to bring him straight back towards the top. Spot Pestilence right on top of it. Andromeda coming through. They've still managed to bring down one of the EG boys. Pestilence taking life. Finally goes off. Jetster takes the fall. Gauntlet's still in the middle. Pharaoh's trying to attack off. Pestilence is back up again, having fun with Defiler, but they're still fighting in front of her. All ulti. Gladiator trying to fall back. Slither's putting out the walls. Big wave just smacks through the face of that one. But still, Pestilence and Archer, they're the only two up here at the moment. Pestilence and Archer both falling back from that mid-engagement. They wanted the tower, but EG scrambling the defense and bringing the gap now to 1 hero kill apiece. Defiler ulti does actually come back again, but they'll still try to do a little bit of damage to this tier 1 tower in the mid.
They have a good AoE synergy, and we saw right there in that Team 5, EG, I mean, that ultimate from Defiler, you know, the Chariot did miss, but at the same time, it still applies that buff at least, a 50% minus damage, and no doubt a big factor there. The biggest thing about the fight, though, Andromeda swapped out for Sacred Archer. A lot of points coming in, 3 or 4 players or so. That was a Pitfall hitting Slither as soon as he comes in, but of course, the Legion team falling back before anything can happen. But going back to that team fight, Andromeda actually swapped for Sacred Archer in the river, but after that, she wasn't able to do anything, unfortunately. I mean, yes, I understand she's trying to save her, but at the same time, for the last 10-15 seconds of that fight, she really wasn't doing any damage. And honestly, if she was up there, the Mama Wall was blocking out and everything, but if she was up there, they could have possibly had a couple of kills in there, but she wasn't able to get up there, get in position, and in the end, the Legion team, you know, came out on top as a result, getting the Token of Life kill, and of course, getting the numbers. So, but another big thing, of course, Pestilence did not have his portal key going to that fight either, so it's definitely an item he really wants to be able to take advantage on, and we'll see if he has it soon, of course.
That is true. Pestilence actually managed to avoid dying a hell of a lot, actually. He's just been one of those heroes that's always escaped the battles. That's actually a big thing, even though a lot of these later fights have been going in the way of EG, they haven't been claiming the heroes they want. Gauntlet, Pestilence, and Forsaken Archer, at least 2 of them have escaped every single time there's been a big fight, and that's not really something that EG want. They still want to claim those big kills. It's good claiming Slither, it's good claiming Andromeda, but as far as they go, they're the supports. They are literally the cannon fodder. Put them in the front lines. They're okay to die. Off we go again.
There we go,
portal key. Initiation. Defiler will go down. No, she won't. Not yet. Pestilence coming back in to finish the job. Andromeda swap. Tries to keep her up. First one to go down. Jess is now in trouble. Pestilence right on top of that one. We lost Witchslayer as well. So they're doing whatever he can. Wall of Mummies jump straight in the fight at the moment.
Exactly what I was talking about.
Genocide goes
Genocide. Hellborn team. Exactly what I was talking about. The portal key, so huge for the Hellborn team, and it made it so Defiler was not able to activate her ultimate. They stun locked her down. She cannot get that ultimate up, and without a Defiler ultimate, this Legion team will not win a single team fight. So 16-11, hero kill advantage in favor of Ice right now. Pestilence looking very good. So the two Conqueror kills, and look at that, the tower actually stayed alive. I didn't even realize that. The tower did stay alive, so we'll see what happens there. But again, the 2 Conqueror kills in about 10 minutes or so from Ice, definitely playing a big dividend.